Cheers.
Welcome back to Chug and Play, everyone. Today we're doing 3 drinks inspired by Hades. We have
the Nectar,
the Ambrosia,
and
the Palm of Power.
Let's give it a try. That's better than the first one we made.
All right, well, let's follow along if you want to see how to make these. All right, so for our first drink, it's going to be Nectar. So what's going on with this drink?
Well, whenever I think of Nectar, and especially in the game, it's this like amber, orangey, yellowy color. Insert a photo of it here. And it's it's the drink that you give to other people in the game to like level up your relationship with them. So it's like a special gift, basically. And whenever I think of Nectar, I think of like a honey, almost like a mead, but obviously we didn't want anything that sweet because mead is very sweet. So we're doing 1 ounce of Cognac and 1 ounce of Amontillado sherry, which JT just poured. And to smooth that out, we're doing 1/2 ounce of Cointreau, which is an orange liqueur, 1/2 ounce of honey syrup, which it's just equal parts honey and water, and 1/2 ounce of Saint Germain. I wanted to go for a sweet honey drink, but not too sweet. Something drinkable. And Cognac, I feel like Cognac is so underrated. And for this drink, you do want to roll it because of the sherry in there. You're not really supposed to shake like wine or sherries.
Yeah, so this is a bit of a more complex, advanced technique, but essentially what you're going to do is to aerate the wine and make sure that you don't over-oxidize it. You just pour them over each other.
So sciencey.
That should just about do it. The cool thing to this is no straining.
To complement this drink with that purple bow that you see on the outside of that you see on the outside of the bottle.
Too much thought went into this.
Too much thought went into this, and I couldn't decide what to do, and if I wanted to get like an actual ribbon, if I wanted to make it part of the drink, and ultimately we decided we want to make it part of the drink because that's what we do here. So
part of the scheming process is really me saying, I think a ribbon will probably do it, but someone really wanted to over-engineer this. So we have here.
I like being creative. So we're doing an air on top of this cocktail, and an air is basically just bubbles. But we're using something called soy lecithin, and that's going to like stabilize the bubbles whenever we froth it.
These will stay good for hours.
Yeah. So I'm using lavender syrup, and I'm really just eyeballing this. For this batch, since my container is so large, I'm gonna make a little extra. But we're gonna pour that.
We operated on a bucket we ball mentality.
Bucket we ball mentality. This is a blueberry syrup. Basically, I just boiled water, sugar, and blueberries.
All right,
and got
this is the least important part of the cocktail. It's here to make it look pretty.
Maybe
if
like
you don't have blueberry syrup, hell, use blue food coloring.
Yeah.
We're not picky here. We're just trying to get a color.
If you want to skip the topping altogether, go for it. The drink is beautiful on its own.
What are you saying? Not everyone has soy lecithin? I don't believe you.
Yeah. I think you're supposed to technically weigh this out per gram.
We don't have a scale that does that.
I'm just gonna sprinkle some on top. Maybe 1/2 teaspoon tops, I'd say.
All right. Another thing that I'm sure all of you loyal viewers have is a pole blender.
Everybody has a pole blender if you're cool. And a little bit of water. Probably should have put the water in first, but fuck it, we ball. So whenever you're blending, you want to make sure you're aerating it enough, so tilt it. Garnish on top.
All right. And there it is, the nectar.
All right, and for the Ambrosia, it's basically the nectar, but on
better.
Crack.
Different.
Better, but different. So the base of this drink is still gonna be Cognac, so 1 ounce of Cognac. And instead of Amontillado sherry, we're replacing that with a lovely ice wine. Which, the ice wine I wanted to use was super expensive. So whatever ice wine is at your local store, or even I did test this recipe with just like a dessert wine, a sweet wine, and it was still very good. 1 ounce of that.
And I think the big thing with this drink is it's meant to have the same bones as the last drink, but just be elevated and more divine.
More elegant and...
Nectar is fine thing, but ambrosia...
Ambrosia's for the gods.
That's the drink of the gods.
Yes. And we got in a little bit of an argument about what ambrosia was to each one of us.
I lost.
To me, it's decadent honey, like over the top, sweet drink. And
to me, it was something else.
To him, it was something else. To our friends, it was ambrosia salad. And I was like, ew, that's gross. Anyways, back to the drink. 1 ounce or a half ounce of Licor 43. It's like a vanilla Italian-y citrusy liqueur. Half an ounce of Lillet Blanc. Half an ounce of our honey syrup that we already made for the other drink.
It's getting work.
We're also gonna, it's called rolling.
Rolling, tossing.
Tossing the drink. I know rolling is a term for other things.
All right. So, going to gingerly pour this in. Oh,
no.
we have a visitor.
And for the purple component, I want it to be more elegant than lavender syrup. So we're doing Empress 1908 gin. It's a indigo gin.
Additionally, the Empress really does help bring this down. If you were keeping track at home, this drink is untenably sweet right now.
Sweet.
I can feel the cavities growing from the spoonful I had, and it really needs something to add some.
To be fair, the
backbone to
Lillet really does mellow out the drink, but yeah, I mean, the Empress is really gonna not only add to it, but take away too much sweet. Oh yeah, baby.
And there we have it. Cue the close-up.
For the next drink, we're doing the Palm of Power.
We wanted to stick to the theme of elevating something past what it is. There's 101 different like soju cocktails, but we wanted this to be the most fruit-forward, punchy, jammy, and delicious. So it's going to start with muddling our pomegranates. So you're going to get those all muddled up, and then you're going to add in a little bit of gin as well as pomegranate soju, and then half ounces of Lillet Rouge, pear liqueur, and strawberry simple syrup. We originally tried this with pomegranate simple syrup, but honestly, adding the strawberry has a nice variance to the drink. It's less one note, but it still has the pomegranate backbone. So,
the pomegranate can get really tart really fast.
Yeah. Not quite cranberry, but still same vein. And really, the Palm of Power has a special place in my heart. It's the preeminent upgrade in haze. Above everything else, if I see a doorway with a pomegranate on the door, no contest.
Absolutely.
I could be going for a duoboon and see both gods in that little contest room, and it's still Palm of Power, no question. It also has a special place of significance in just the mythology of everything. When Hades actually trapped Persephone in the underworld by tempting her with a pomegranate, and I believe the number was 7, but she had 7 pomegranate seeds, which were the 7 months out of... How's straight Lillet Rouge?
Not bad. I put too much in the jigger and I didn't want to put it in the drink, so here we are.
And that's basically how the Greeks rationalized how seasons work. Either way, this is going to be our one cocktail today that isn't rolled or tossed. And I think it's a little fun, because who doesn't love shaking a good cocktail? Let's squeeze in some lemon to get our citrus component and see what's good.
Love that snap. Ooh. All right. Let's see how she turned out. Literal perfection. Garnish with a lemon wedge or a dried lemon if you have. And there you have it, the Palm of Power.